And that's what most that's what most people are looking to do.
Right.
What I'm saying is, in order to build a community, you got to give value. In order to build value, you have to build infrastructure. Like you have to focus on infrastructure. Like we got all of these information ideas, but if you don't have nowhere to put it, like you're not moving forward. You're not being developed. It's like almost like if God created man, and instead of putting all of these parts in him, he just put little bits and pieces of parts in him and expect the man to operate. He can't operate without all the systems and stuff running within himself.
I agree.
So if there's not a mastermind that's teaching that, I see there's coaching programs that teach stuff like that or whatever, but I don't see that there's business development masterminds. Right. And that's what we should be doing, because if we're trying to be in business, we should be developing a business.
And not only that, let's go a step further. If we're trying to develop business communities, that's really where it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? And that's the approach I take, because I know that. All right, so if not everybody's thinking in that space where they're focused on development, or maybe everybody's not on the same level, or everybody's definition of development is different, right? All right, so let's you got to go about it a different way. So I think to answer your question in short form, masterminds are amazing. I think they're essential. If we can find the right types of people that can be dedicated to that type of work, I'm all for it. The thing about it is, I don't see it.
You don't see it
out here, no. And if I do, and I'm just gonna say it like this: the demographic is different, and they're already doing that type of work somewhere else with their own people.
Masterminds like that?
Yeah.
I've never saw.
So like,
maybe high level mastermind groups. Maybe that's what they do.
So like 516-631 ads. There was a mastermind group in that group. They had a mastermind.
516-631 ads.
Dave Gusson.
I don't know.
You remember Dave Gusson? Okay. Well, they So they had, and their group was around for like 7 years. When I found out about it, and that was 2000, like 2014, 13. I'm gonna say 14. I found out about their group then, and their group was a mature group, but it was like none of us in there. You know what I mean? So the point I'm making to you is that it could work. You just gotta find the right types of people.
Yeah, it just has to be awareness. Like people are not thinking about that. Like if the information is not going out that's what you should be doing,
right?
Like how do they know? Like if nobody's been telling them,
right?
You're not gonna know,
right?
So I think that's the problem. It's not the problem.
What's your charge looking like?
Oh, it's good. Oh, your charge is dead?
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, damn. Mine just... Oh, damn. He's about to die.
Is he about to die too?
I'm about to get... What's the name, damn? Let me see. All right. We good.
Like I said, it could
I'll
work.
let it die.
It could work. But to also to your question, I don't know if that should be your focus right now.
It shouldn't be my focus, but I know that...
I think we should keep it. I think we should keep the opportunity open, and if it presents itself, we should capitalize.
Right.
I think an advisory board would suit you better.
Well, I guess that could be an advisory board. You could make that into an advisory board.
Yeah, but the advisory board is focusing on your agenda, not the agenda of the group. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because there's too many agendas that people have, right? Too many problems and all that stuff.
Right, because if we all came together, and I got my business, you got your business, I'm focused on what I'm doing.
Right.
But we come in here, we're exchanging ideas, and some things you may be doing, I could take some of that, apply it to my business, and vice versa, right? But advisory board is like, how can we help Jeff grow? We're here for Jeff.
Advisory board will take part of the company, though, right?
There's different ways. Some can be like, yo, I'll just rock with you. Some can be like, all right, I'm gonna pay you this X amount of dollars a year for this point. Some people can be part of equity. You don't have to give equity away to have an advisory board, but there is some form of value you want to give.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You think I'm ready for that right now?
Well, I mean,
You talking about if I'm thinking about doing mastermind?
I think that by the mid, I think within the next 6 months, you would be
right.
in
I can see
position for
that. I can see
definitely. So yeah, I think that would be, and then as a person, so now here's the thing, right? You came in, you got all your situation on, you got your formation set up, you got your advisory board, you locked in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your position now, you had a position of strength because you did all of the necessary things you had to do to position yourself to be like, yo, when you do form the group, you can give them the game. You got game to give now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you always got game, but now it's like in the current state of my business, this is the direction I'm going. Look, we should come together, man. We should build. You know what I mean? And then from that standpoint, you got your advisory board that's advising you, but then you also you got your mastermind group too for the selected people that you feel that you can give value to and can give value to you. You know what I mean?
Right. Unless you can get to that point where I guess you just be teaching basically.
And I'm only saying this because this is coming from a person who had a mastermind group and has always tried to incorporate masterminding throughout the journey of their business. So for me, even though I dissolved the group, you know, a few years ago, I've always tried to. I made 2 other attempts
right.
to do it. I started this one attempt. We did and this is before me and you started, like, before we got picked back up. What did they call? We called it the shoot. It was like a referral group almost, essentially. So every week we got on a conference call. We were speaking, talking about everybody's profession. Everybody's referring stuff back and forth to each other, and everybody had an opportunity to speak about, to present information on a week-to-week basis, right? So that's kind of how we did it. That lasted maybe 2 months, and then fast forward 2 years after that. So I'm gonna get to my fourth and final point in a second, but 2 years after that, then I started. We call it a 10 to 10K meeting. So basically, if you look at your business, if you to develop 10 revenue streams in the business model that produce 10,000 to produce a 6-figure, or more income, or whatever the case may be in your business model, right? So whoever you were, let's say if you had 10 products, if you sold courses and you had 10 courses, or whatever the case may be, we were talking about different elements of your business. It's masterminding. Different elements. We recorded it. I got mad recordings on my computer. We recorded it and we just talked about the different facets of your business and what you should focus on, and vice versa. That only grew to where maybe 3 people were interested in that model, right? So the point I'm making to you is that in my journey, focused on masterminding, appreciating and know what it can do, I've only got to a place now where I can mastermind probably with 5 people on a consistent basis, where it's valuable, it's consistent, and everybody's getting something out of it. The rest of the people that kind of fit that mold, I just meet them where they're at. You get what I'm saying? And try to. I'm master now. This is what my focus is. I'm masterminding around community. So if I build a community, whoever wants to mastermind can mastermind, whoever don't. But if the community's there, the community is there. And that's, I think, the space that I'm like trying to focus on right now. Because like I said, looking at all the people that I know are in that space, I want to say caliber, but in that space, I know I probably could have a good mastermind with maybe 5 people right now. And I don't know if that's worth it for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't really know if that, like, I should put that much energy into masterminding, where it's like, hey, look, you know what you're doing. Let's build a course. Let's have you part of this community. Or let's work in this capacity and we can build that way, and then see what happens from there. I'll introduce you to the other people I'm masterminding. We can connect it this way. But, hey, look, I introduced you to Gary, right? And you might meet another person I'm working with or whatever the case. And now, if it makes sense, let's meet on Fridays and we'll just connect there. And then we'll let the other people know. And it can build organically that way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know what a mastermind group will work for you. I don't know what it would do for your model right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas opposed to like if you just hey, let me get an advisory board, that might be a different ballgame.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just a thought.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yo, I should have just said it. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's lovely, man.
All right. So yo, she probably just start meeting once a week to make sure so we can make.
I mean,
progress.
that's pretty much what the schedule. That's why I wanted to get all of this stuff on the calendar because we just created a frequency. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, we probably gonna end up meeting, once a week, if not every other, to touch on all of these things before the year's over. So, So now we just accomplished that. What we set out for.
What I think I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna focus on try to get Pam more into this part of it.
The admin stuff.
No, not the admin stuff, but the operations part on the outside, like making sure that stuff is done and all this other stuff. But I have her, like with my nephews and different people, like maybe she contact them people and tell them this is what need to be done. Or I'll just meet with her. And she meets with them and tells them this is what we doing, this is what we doing. Because she's like, because she's hard with that, man. You better just do it because we both from the streets. You know what I mean? So no, you do it right, do it the right way. Don't do it at all because you won't be here because I'm not losing my job because of that. But you know what I mean? It's like it's a funny type of way,
right? But
people don't get offended, but because it's like your mother, like when your mother. She's like, I'm selling this for $3. That ain't no $3, and she just said right in front of the customer. That ain't no $3. This is $10, $15. That ain't no $3 because I gotta get paid. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo. So as soon as he came out, I was like, yo, I gotta get her to take a bigger role. So now if it takes away from me, I know the place is gonna be in order.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's gonna be in order because I know she got it.
Yeah.
And I just pay a little bit more money and just make sure she have the people that's gonna come in and do whatever and make sure they do it, and she'll be talking to them instead of me.
Yeah.
They might not respect me a certain way,
right,
or look at me a certain way.
Right.
But if now you got this person, it's like, okay, this guy's making some moves. He got somebody else over, and now it's like, get no attitude. Don't get no attitude with me because I get it done.
Right. Nah, I totally get it. She came in and said she's breaking it down. Nah, listen, I like the energy that is here now. You know what I'm saying? It works. It's good.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
So that's what I gotta. That's what I want. I'll probably just start meeting with her once a week.
Yeah, that'd be smart.
Discuss what we need to do around here. And then just give her the information like who is going to be. Maybe I can even have her in contact with you.
Yeah.
So you make sure, so you know what's going on. And then when we meet, like we don't really have to catch up because we already caught up with her. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Keep everything moving forward.
That's cool. That'll work.
So, because I know me. You know what I'm saying? You got to know yourself. Like,
you got to know yourself.
If you don't know, who said that? Know thyself? Who was that? Shakespeare?
There's a lot of people that said it.
Know thyself? You got to know yourself.
Drake said it a couple years ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, why you just don't do it? I just know, like,
I know myself.
So many different things I get caught up into. Like I'm doing this, and all of a sudden I'm running out here. I'm doing it. I'm like, if this don't get done, we losing money. And what made me realize this last week, I saw this stock because I'm into stocks, and I saw this stock. It was Solo, and it was at $5. It was $6 a share. It's an electric company. I saw it. They make electric cars, and I seen it. It was a 3-wheel car with one seat. I was like, yo, this thing is hot. I would love to buy one of these. And then I went to check the stock. It was $6 a share. I'm like, yo, and they talking about it's going to be competing with Tesla. And other people, some people were saying, oh, I don't think so and stuff. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, yo, this is going to be freaking huge. But when you look at the car, if people see it, they love it. And I'm like, dang, if I get one of these cards just to put the business name on it, it's going to attract so much freaking attention. But I wasn't able to pull my money from my account to my broker's account.
Right.
It took 5 days.
Oh yeah, I hate that, man.
And as it was taking the days, the stock was going up.
Watching the stock go up.
And it made me realize, like, yo, if you don't know your numbers, or if you don't know what's going on in your business, or if you wait to spend your money, you're losing. And it gave me anxiety, even though, like, I might have bought 100 shares, and that might have been $500 I lost. But I was looking at it as it was rising, and I knew, I'm like, yo, I can't buy this. This is crazy. Like,
I hate that, like, in between. Oh man,
it was so frustrating, man. And I'm like, and I kept telling Pam, I said, yo, this is so frustrating. Yeah, but you can't worry about that. But it made me realize, like, anytime I procrastinate on a certain thing, I'm losing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Time value of money right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're losing. If you don't do it, you're losing.
Right.
If you don't put the money out, you're losing. Because you didn't get the website done, you should have had it done 2 weeks ago. Why didn't you? You had the money, but you didn't do it. So 2 weeks, you lost.
Right.
That website, that auction could have been gone. You could have had another one going.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
So it made me realize, like, wow, time, you got to respect time, man. And you can't just keep putting stuff off, because every time you put it off, it's the money, it's just coming out your pocket, and you know it. But you ain't looking at it. You just ain't looking at it.
Nah, it's crazy.
I'm like, but I'm glad for that experience.
Because you learn, you know now. And you know how to get better. You know?
Right.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
You know, so I'm like, yo, I gotta make the moves. And then I found this book.
What was that? Trust the Speed?
Yeah, Business at the Speed of Trust. The Speed of Trust.
Yeah, what's that about?
Yo, just what it says. I didn't really read the whole thing. I just read a few lines and I just underlined it. But I just looked at it like, because when Pam started working, she said, I'm so glad you trusted me. And when I seen that, I was like, wow, that's what, in that area, that's what it is, basically. Like, when you can trust a person and let them do what they do, it's gonna grow. It's gonna take off.
Right.
But when you try to micromanage and try to do all of this different stuff and put in all the stuff in it, it may not work. Yeah. Because it's like you're interfering with this person. You put your trust in that they could do it,
right? And
you're not letting them. It's what that's saying is you don't trust me.
Nah, pretty much.
Just like in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta ask somebody where they've been every freaking minute of the day. Where you been? Why you ain't here?
Yeah.
What's the matter? So the trust, the speed of trust, the one thing that changes everything.
Nah, that's trust. Very important, man. They talk about the not necessarily, but kind of that aspect, but. In John C. Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and they were talking about the what happened when Henry Ford died, and the sons that took, or the different people that took over, and how the different so Ford was good because he put the trust in a lot of the people. But then one of the sons took over and he alienated them, and you start to see the dip, or the company start to do bad because there's no trust. He didn't trust in the people. So
I realized that, man. I'm like, yo, when I seen that, I'm like, yo, that just cemented it for me.
Nah, it's a big deal. It's a big all about trust. Especially like delegation and stuff like that.
Right.
It's got a lot of trust that has to be there. Otherwise, it's hard for it to happen.
But a lot of times you can see it immediately. You can see the results immediately.
Yes.
But when you don't understand that, you're not looking at the results. Like, you're not looking at the losses of you, like we just said, alienating. You're not looking at the losses of you alienating people around you. You can't see it because you think it's about you, and it's not about you. In order to grow, you got to put it out, and you have to trust that other people can do what they do.
Right. That's it.
Until they stop.
And then you figure it out.
Yeah, and then you got to make some choices. But you have to, like, that's what I realized. You have to
give them a shot.
You have to. Like, how else you gonna go? Yes, ma'am. You can't go yet. What?
She said So she can go home and learn how to cook for her man.
But I thought you say he's in the hospital. Yeah, that's yeah, man. So yeah, that's the focus, man. Because
Okay.
it's just time.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, if you wanted to grow, even with the franchising,
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's trust in that. You gotta you don't trust in somebody to take on your name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take on your name, take on your brand,
Right.
in a place where you're not gonna be,
Right.
and build it in a way that represents you.
Right.
There gotta be a level of trust there. Are you going to court?
I trust you until we start going to court.
Are you going to court?
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot that comes with that.
Right. All right, man. So what we gonna do next week? You said 10 of Wednesday.
Friday and Saturday.
I thought you said Wednesday.
That's for the entity stuff, for the cloud.
Oh yeah, for the cloud. You want to come with you Friday, right? Or Saturday? Just let me know.
Yeah.
And so you need access to this so you can upload the stuff, right?
Yeah, you want me to just come back? I'll just come back.
Yeah, how else would you do it? You can't.
That I don't know.
I mean, yo, let me give you this listening and see if you can get access to
Yeah,
this.
try it that way. That's cool.
What is this? This is
because maybe the times that you're not logged in, maybe I can't log in, and I can see how that works.
I'm just ready, man. Ready to grow. Ready to listen. Let's just
yeah. So I could mess around with it and see if you want to email it to me.
I'm gonna probably get kicked off. Pamela, don't leave yet. Hold on a second.
20 more minutes. Finish strong. You can do it. No.
Hold on a second, Pamela. Dad, my thing is why is it not getting on? What's the name of this place? Keith Krantz. Like, say for example, if someone else was in charge right now, the heat probably would be in place. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, it would be. Because all they have to do is contact the right people. Yeah. I say, yo, I got this guy that could do this, or just contact them, such and such. Let's set it up, whatever. And I don't have nothing to do with it. Like, I mean, I might have something to do with it, like talking to the person or whatever. But
yeah,
when you have too many jobs, man, it's hard to get them done.
No, that's a fact.
Oh, no. I might have to send this. I might have to send it because I don't know the email. Let me see something. A B C D E F G A B B 4 2 3 3 5 0. I wonder if I put this. I'm gonna have to put this whole link in. I think I'm gonna just send you a. What's your email again?
Info at.
That's the one I have.
If you're looking for the one, you probably have.
I could just put
PS Management 7 at Yahoo.
I'm just gonna send you a link, and then why is it not coming up? So see if you could, if you can log in from there. I wonder if you could do it while I'm still in. Yeah, if you could help you.
All right, so here's the website, right?
Mm-hmm. This is right.
Good Lord, that's a lot of website.
It's a lot of what?
That's a lot. That's a long ass. That's a long link. Okay. All right. So let's see. Log in now. All right. Boom. Okay. So.
Oh, this is.
Okay. I think I missed.
You in?
Yeah.
All right.
So. Is this it?
Yeah.
So just go through
You
this.
just press those. Like if you press each one of those things you press, there's gonna be another thing to it.
All right, so that works. I'll just do it from here.
Yeah.
And if I can get it all done, so what I'll do it, and I'll set up the folder. You look through the folder. I'm gonna give you access to the folder. You look through it and tell me if you think anything's missing or not.
If anything's missing from here?
Yeah. So like I might. So there might have been something useful because you said that there's some stuff that they might have taken off.
No, it's not enough. They're gonna take it down if they're gonna take this down. They're supposed to take it down by now because it's 21 days. It's supposed to disappear.
Got it.
But you just if you put it into a folder, and if you could send a folder.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it. You'll have access to it.
Then I could just print it from here from the email. I can have Julie print it.
All right. Okay. There you go.
Then I'll have all the.
So that solves that.
All right. If she comes in.
Why she don't come in a lot?
Julie's funny, man.
She come in when she want. Yeah, she be out.
Julie be.
She don't. She always out.
Julie was here for an hour probably today.
Really?
Inside the office. All right, so yeah. All right, so what's time she going to leave? Let me just see what Jeffrey's doing.
Okay. Oh, he gonna take the other shift?
No, we're closing at 6, so.
Okay.
Yesterday? Tomorrow? Right there, so you don't have to look. No table that you could give me. You wouldn't even give me a table. You know what? You have to make your mind up once and for all. I'm supposed to be going to Nassau. I'm supposed to be going back home. Oh, man. Call me ahead of time to let me know. Have a nice Thanksgiving, sir.
You too. Pleasure to meet you. Yes.
This is Pamela.
Oh yeah, we met.
You know
Y'all
what?
didn't know the names?
No.
Say again.
She said she didn't know your name.
Oh yeah. Well, you forgot it then.
Oh,
You know, the other girl was here, so she was studying running her mouth about the store and everything, and then you probably figured out to say, well, asked her about something else, and then she was like, oh, well, I don't work here. You say, well, you telling me all this stuff, you don't even work here no more. She don't work here
So
no more.
Keisha,
oh.
she was giving me.
You told her that?
I was like, she was giving me all these great ideas. I said, so I asked her a question, just about pricing and and all that. So I'm like, oh, so I said, so I asked her a question. Just said, this is the first time I've been here in 3 weeks. I said, you give me all this information. Like, I said, you give me all this information like you've been here. I thought that was interesting. All right. Whew, okay. I'll be back next Wednesday. Alright? Alright, man. Good holidays. Don't give me too much. Don't get no money back. Alright, man. That's good, right? Everything. Everything, man. No, no, no. Electric? No. Electric? Yeah, I got that. Hey, you have something right?
first time I tried to get to there. The top of I got a truck over there. Right there. I put a tank. Somebody wanted sent to a tank. The blue tank, is it? Yeah. I sent to there. I'm not the tiger. Something. Found it. Oh, you found it? Yeah, that one.